Have you ever felt that green-eyed monster of jealousy creeping in? Maybe you saw a coworker get a promotion you wanted, or a friend succeed in a way you hadn't. It's a powerful, uncomfortable feeling, and it's been with humanity from the very beginning. In fact, right near the start of the Bible story, we encounter this exact problem with two brothers, Cain and Abel. Cain was a farmer, working the soil, while his brother Abel was a shepherd, tending flocks. They both brought offerings to God from their work, but for reasons the text doesn't fully explain, God showed favor to Abel's offering and not to Cain's. You can imagine how that felt. Cain's face fell. He was angry, hurt, and spiraling into a dark place. And this is where the story gets incredibly relevant for us today. God sees Cain's anger and comes to him, not with condemnation, but with a warning and a choice. He says something profound. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Think about that imagery. Sin is described as a wild beast, a monster lying in wait, ready to pounce and consume you. God isn't just saying, don't be angry. He's acknowledging the danger of Cain's emotional state. He's saying, I see this dangerous force, this sin monster, and it wants to control you. But I'm telling you, Cain, you have the power. You can be its master. You can rule it. This is one of the first moments in the Bible where humanity is given a direct choice. Master your dark impulses, or be mastered by them. It's a call to take responsibility for our inner world. Tragically, Cain doesn't listen. He ignores God's warning and lets the monster win. He invites his brother Abel out into the field, and consumed by his jealousy, he attacks and murders him. The very first act of human-on-human violence in the biblical story stems from this unchecked anger and resentment. The monster wasn't just at the door anymore. Cain had let it in, and it destroyed his relationship with his brother and with God. When God confronts Cain, asking, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain's famous, chilling reply is, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" It's a deflection, a denial of responsibility. But God knows what happened. The consequences are immediate and severe. The ground itself, now stained with Abel's blood, will no longer produce crops for Cain. He is cursed, destined to be a restless wanderer on the earth. But even in this moment of judgment, there's a strange hint of mercy. Cain fears that anyone who finds him will kill him. So God places a mark on Cain, not as a mark of shame, but as a sign of protection, declaring that vengeance would be taken on anyone who harmed him. God doesn't abandon Cain completely, even after his terrible act. So what does Cain do? As a wanderer, he goes out, and ironically, he builds a city. This is the very first city mentioned in the Bible, founded by a man running from his past, trying to build security for himself in a world he feels is against him. This sets up a major theme you see throughout the rest of the Bible. The contrast between God's way of building community and humanity is often flawed attempts to create its own versions of security and power, often rooted in fear and violence, just like Cain's city. The story of Cain is a powerful and sobering tale. It is a timeless warning about the destructive nature of jealousy and the critical importance of confronting our own inner monsters. It shows us that God gives us the freedom and the responsibility to choose whether we will rule our impulses or let them rule us. It's a choice we all face, every single day. Thanks so much for watching and exploring this story with me. If you found this insightful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into these ancient narratives. Let me know in the comments what you think about this idea of sin as a monster. See you in the next video.